How's it going, everyone? This is Abe's Card Collection. We are back clearing off our desk. We have one private signing that came in, and I also went over to the local card shop, looked through some of their bulk. I really just went for some supplies, and they have a deal where you can fill up a team bag for $5, and I ended up with 5 team bags and 239 cards. Most, if not all of it, is TTM fuel. I think there's a couple of private signing type things I want to do with a few of the cards, but first let's do the private signing. This private signing sucked. The cards look great, everything looks great, but it is with Jordan Zimmerman, former National. You'll see we have a red refractor on the left and a gold refractor on the right. Very hard cards to come by. One's numbered out of 25, one's numbered out of 50. You see I got some inscriptions put on there as well. But yeah, these were mailed off in like February, I think. And in April, they went missing. And he dropped them off at UPS, I guess, is what I don't know if you call it the consignor or the handler, the person that running the show. UPS lost them. Apparently the packages got damaged, and the guy running the signing basically said, yeah, we're kind of screwed, I don't know what to do. But then a week later, find out that he made some phone calls. Somebody knew Jordan Zimmerman and found that the package was damaged, and then just gave the cards back to him. And then Jordan Zimmerman just kind of sat on them for a long time. And yeah, kind of a messy situation, but very excited to get these back. They were not cheap. The cards themselves are very hard to track down, of course, but then he was charging $25 a signature and $20 an inscription, so these are $45 each, not including the cost of the cards and the shipping and all that good stuff. But yeah, and apparently he is not going to be doing any signings lately or in the future, or not in the near future. Guess he doesn't like signing, and it's not really worth his while, and you know what, I get it. So I'm happy to get these done. I did enjoy him with the Nationals. You'll see he was a 2-time All-Star, and he threw a no-hitter in 2014, so pretty dramatic no-hitter. Steven Souza made a diving catch to kind of close things out there in the 9th inning for him. But very happy to add these to the Nationals collection. This was definitely a thinner blue pen, and this was a little bit of a thicker one, so happy to get these added to the collection. I don't know, I guess we'll slide those back up here. I don't know, I think I might actually get these encapsulated at some point. Really nice. But here's the 239 TTM, whatever you want to call it, cards. Not all of them are TTM, but I'd say most of them are. Yeah, they're not in the greatest condition, but I mean, when it's about 10 cents a card, what do you expect? Don Stanhouse, Johnny Damon, got some Mike Camerons, Tom Gorzolani, Johnny Damon again, Rob Makoviak, Adam LaRoche. Probably worth just showing these so people can kind of see who I believe are signing. Brian Hinkle, Manny Acta, Tim Redding. Ignore these are 11-12 cents, I think, is what I've calculated with tax. Everything came to. That's me being me and just liking to keep track of everything. Dan Fouts. This is a cool card. Cliff Hagan, Zambito, Rinko, Heiser, Hooten, Russell, Rinko again, Chris Arnold, Billy Sims. Okay, let's try to keep these in a stack. Donnie Shell does some private signings, Pittsburgh area. Kellen Winslow, Charlie Joyner, Billy Ray Smith, little Dan Fouts action, Jack Lambert. Who knows? He sometimes does some signings in the Pittsburgh area. Louis Lips, Robin Cole. They got some Glenn and Lyle Blackwood, Gary Allenson, Tim Stoddard, Jerry Garvin, Jack Brohammer, Toby Harrah, Mark Garman, Dave Goals, Paul Russell, Mark Hill, Buck Martinez, Ken Maka, Gary Lavelle, Art Hell, Ralph Gower, Don Stanhouse, Floyd Bannister, Butch Weiniger, Jose Cruz, Dennis Leonard, Rick Russell, Dave Kingman, Jim Mason, George Middlewall, Amos Otis, Jerry Garvin, and Dennis Lamp. So, it took probably, I don't know if it took an hour, probably not that long. But what I like to do is any eBay cards or whatever I buy, they come in penny sleeves. Usually the penny sleeves are gross. I'll just put them to the side, and then when I get something like this, since these cards are going to get dispersed throughout my room before they're sent off for TTM, I just like to write the price on things, and then they'll get a fresh penny sleeve when they're signed. But Steve Busby, Campy, Clint Hurdle, Pat Putman, Medic, Baylor, Raider, Barr, Billingham, Cerrone, McGregor, Lamp, Cerrone, Lavelle, Martinez, Boa, Butler, LaPointe, Zambito, Unser, LeGros, Bunbury, Bale Fahey. There's a cool Charlie Joyner, D'Acquisto. Ooh, that's really cool. Dan Hampton, Shane Brawley, Matt Cotta, John Stallworth. That's sweet. Charlie Huff, Manny Mota, Bill Fahey, Daryl Knowles, LaRoche, Dwight Stevenson, Todd Blackledge, Deron Cherry, Joe DeLamalore, Matt Barr, Jack Youngblood, Bill Bates, Neil Lomax, Ron Dvorsky. Wish I had that at the National a few years ago for him to sign. Let's see. Buck Martinez, Dwayne Kuiper, McGregor, Renicky, Thornton, and Raleigh. And that's not even halfway done. Ferguson, let's see if my voice holds. Hazlitt, Romine, Derek Holland, Tom Balloon, little sticker of Charlie Joyner, AJ Dillon, Garrett on. And this is why I like this. This was the first card I got. I wasn't necessarily going to buy bulk, but I was watching this card on eBay for $2, and I'd rather get it for 12 cents. Neil O'Donnell, Joe Borowski, Palmero, Cecil Fielder, Sierra, Cotta, Blake, Olrud, Gonzalez, Bully Cock, Andrew Bailey, Charlie Manuel, Carlo Farnsworth, Danny Darwin, Chassiter, Griffin, Sample, Bonnell, Bannister, Money, Lavelle, Martinez, Zambito, Trillo, Barr, Halecki, Grieve, Garrett, Swisser, Kingman, Rojas, and 2 Bill Madlocks. So you'll see there's 80s, there's 90s, there's newer stuff, and then there's some 70s stuff. Mark Melanson, Lou Piniella, and Lynn Dickey. And then I ran out of my old dirty penny sleeves, so put them in these bags here. And when I get old penny sleeves, I will put them in these. DeSenses, Iorg, Hera, Krieg, Barr, Matt Millen, James Lofton, Craig James, Joe Klecko, Pat Leahy, Marty Lyons, Jack Wilson, Kentrom, Billy Samples, Joe Zambito, Renicky, Cerrone, Neiman, McAffigan, LaPointe, Kaminsk, Eisenreich, Skinner, Reardon, Pasqua, Kiker, Hernandez, Canseco of the Aussie variety. I think he signs for $10 through Mike McGuire. Chris Holes, Wallace Johnson, Dennis Lamp, Trillo, Stubbs, Witt, Kittlefell, Smith, Bryn Smith, that is. Kittle, come on back. Ron Gant, Balboni, Storm Davis, Terry Leach, Danny Darwin, Scott Fletcher, Steve Farr, Danny Tartable, and Manny Trillo. And let's put those there. And let's look at our last one. Tom Grieve, Swisher, Dave Goltz, Gidre, Halecki, Kittle, McMahon, Lazinski, Nicely, a couple of Robert Galleries, Maniacta. That's a cool card. Danny Warfel, love that card. Sean Springs, Tim Biakatuka, Mark Retzelanik, Keenan McCardell, Brian Cox, Tim Biakatuka, Eddie Kennison, Jed Jerko, Matt Clement, Steve Rinko, Roger Craig, Randy Cross, Dickerson, Shuey, Fensick, Andrews, Anderson. These guys might be a private signing. They both sometimes do private signings. Shastada, Wigginton, Stunnerud, Carson, Munchak, that's a rookie. Newsom, and Rick Manning. My voice is gone now after naming those 239 guys. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.